I mean, I was gonna say, you know, I don't love Disney, but We Don't Talk About Bruno, like, at the very end, where all of their, like, little... I
haven't seen it.
I
know people are, like, obsessed with that song, though.
Yeah, it is really good, and I think the reason is because of that. It's basically they all have, like, a certain, like, story that they're saying about them, and then it just layers, and it's very, very impressive the way, like, it sounds when they're all kind of together.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that with, like, you know, Everyday Noises is also really cool. I like it when it's kind of, like, just one flat noise, and then stuff starts getting added and added and added until it's, like, all layered.
Yeah.
I don't know, it sounds 3D, sounds very...
Yeah, I should... You haven't listened to any of my music, have you?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you send me links, I'll listen.
I can't remember who I've sent stuff to and who I haven't. I'm just, like, all over the place.
Shoot. I remember the, like, backgrounds of the music videos. Like, the one where it's the forest.
Oh, you watched the whole music video?
Yeah.
Oh, because you're a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
cool.
I mean, yeah, but no, I've watched it.
Yeah.
Listen to it. What have you?
Are you working on your lizard again?
Yeah. I'm gonna give him dots, because I like, I have a bunch of these canvases, and I want to do, like, a whole series like this. So, like, crab, and then lizard.
Lizard's not a, unlike a crab, lizard is not a zodiac.
Oh, that would have been cool to do. Are you very into zodiac signs?
I can get a little into astrology. I have friends who are way more into it than I am. I think astrology, I don't believe in astrology as, like, the stars say this, and so this is the only outcome for you. Yeah. Like, that kind of stuff. I do think, like, I think at the very least, like, even if you don't subscribe to, like, oh, my horoscope, I have to read my horoscope and see what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. I think that... Oh no, you spilled paint. Oh no. I think that just like tarot, the horoscopes provide really cool, like, archetypes for the human experience, and, like, so tarot is more like human experience, and astrology is more like personality types.
Yeah.
Right there. And so I think regardless of whether you believe that the stars have fated you to be a certain way, it's an interesting thing to study, because it is really cool to see like these archetypes that are defined, and to see human beings through those lenses. If that makes any sense. Yeah. But I've also gone to, like, I went to a guy and paid him like $50 to use, like, a computer program that did my whole star chart, and he explained what it all meant to me, and I have a recording of it somewhere, you know. Not that I can remember off the top of my head anything he said.
Yeah.
But
where did the whole thing come from? Like, where?
Astrology?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I imagine the Greeks weren't, like,
I don't know. The history of how astrology became what we call astrology today is a mystery to me. I have no idea. I don't know.
So I was gonna say, I have no idea. I don't even know. I think I'm a Leo. What's the one after?
What's your birthday?
A Virgo.
Virgo. I don't know much about Virgo. I'm a Cancer by my sun sign, and what happens is, it's not necessarily that I subscribe to, like, my whole life is defined by being a Cancer, but sometimes things happen in my life, or I do things, or I realize things that I'm like, oh, I'm having a Cancer moment right now. And a lot of that for me is the kind of, like, homemaking, homebody-ishness that I see in myself, which could be a Cancer trait. Like, Cancers just want to, like, take care of people and have a home.
Do you check your horoscope? Like,
no. I had one that I liked years ago that I would look at, but I haven't, like, checked a horoscope in a long time. Occasionally I will have a session with an astrologer, but, like, that's, like, once every few years maybe I'll do that.
I've never really gotten into it. I know I had a lot of friends who were really into it, but then they're like, it's because I'm a rising Scorpio, and I have no idea what that means.
It means your rising sign is Scorpio, which I also forget what that means. I don't know. The people who get into astrology can get really into it. And I'm not gonna sit here and say they're wrong, but it's just a lot of work for me. I'm like, I can't be bothered to care that much about astrology.
It's definitely interesting. Oh shoot, I made this paint way too thin. Oopsies. Alright. It's definitely interesting, but I think people also just really like to identify with something and have somebody tell them what they're like. So I don't know.
So they don't have to figure it out themselves.
You know,
tell me who I am so I don't have to do the work.
Therapy's too expensive, but free astrology tells me that today I'm feeling bad, so you know.
I think there's some I like the idea of the astrological signs being archetypes, and that being able to see people through that lens can be interesting, but also like, does astrology affect my day-to-day decisions in any way? Not really. It's just interesting to me.
I think they're so vague enough though, it's like anybody could be anything.
Yeah, and also there's no, like, anybody can say they're an astrologer, you know, like, and just make a horoscope that they put on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know, my friend had this book called Sextrology, which was especially about the astrological signs and also their compatibility and what their relationships between all of them look like. And it was really funny because for years, I think she got rid of the book. I think she kind of moved on from her astrology phase in her life. But whenever I'd go to her house or go to her dorm when we were in college, like, we'd both have some new person in our lives, and it'd be like, okay, it's time to consult Sextrology and see what it says.
See what the...
And sometimes you're like, oh yeah, it's totally him. And then sometimes you're like, no, doesn't fit. I don't know. I just think it's fun and interesting. That's all. I don't make life decisions based on it. Some people might.